Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 542. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, to 542 of the Moviecast. Whew. So, we definitely have the penultimate episode to talk about for Falcon and Winter Soldier. So that'll be on here this evening.
There's only 6 of those?
Yep.
Wow. It's just a big, long movie.
Yeah.
Did you see the announcement that they can plan to have more Loki seasons and Falcon and Winter Soldier, but there probably won't be any more WandaVision? So I just saw that come out today. The thing for me is like this show is. Yeah, but I mean, like this show's. Listen, there's nothing wrong with the show. It's good. It's a very good. It's a good show. I wouldn't say very good. It's a good show. I like it. It's entertaining. I'm enjoying what we have in the story. But I like the WandaVision show better. I think it was a better show. I don't know why, but maybe it was that mystery aspect of it.
Yeah, it had more of a. It was more unique, for sure, and it just had more of a high concept for it. This one's almost meandering a little bit. I feel like.
Yeah. It gets points like that.
It's changed a little bit, like here and there, but
see, what
it
hurt them was
feels like it should have been before WandaVision. Also,
yeah. I mean, what hurt them obviously is the whole pandemic storyline that they were going to go with that they've seemingly cut from this. I mean, half the story does feel like it's missing. So
I don't know. They're gonna to make those the flag smashers interesting. Like it would take a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
Right now, the villain is racism in America, apparently, though, in this. So, like, that's the main villain of this show.
There's been a lot of there's been a lot of Black Lives Matters aspect of things in this stuff. Yeah, I mean, they've been definitely incorporating that into this. I found that it's what it is for us. I mean, it's not something that's in our forefront. I mean, white. So it's obvious Tony's getting wide-eyed. So it's something.
I don't know why you guys choose to talk about these things. Sometimes I really.
It's the main theme of the show.
Yeah,
we're not allowed to talk about it.
I wouldn't say it's the main theme.
It's pretty much the main theme of the show.
No, I wouldn't say it's pretty much. It is a theme of the show though. They constantly go back to it quite a bit.
Strong theme. The main theme.
Yeah. The main theme is the Flag Smashers and the Super Soldier Serum. I mean, this is something that they're obviously intertwining into the story.
That's the plot. The theme is that systems are oppressing people in different ways. That's the reoccurring theme. You talk about displaced people, and then you talk about, the black people in America and what it means for a black guy to be the next Captain America.
Well, that was like literally this last episode.
Yeah, I understand, and everything about Sam's storyline was building towards that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely put
that was the main theme. That's the main thing that you got for the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, we had the old guy coming in early on, and we talked to him again. We had yes, absolutely.
Really? Okay, because I thought the main theme was him just trying to get the shield back because he fucked up in the first episode.
Not a theme. That's the plot, but the theme is about systems oppressing people. Absolutely.
I get what Mike's saying in terms of the oppression part of the systems. What I was getting at was just how noticeable it is incorporated into it. But I mean, it's something that I can't relate to myself because it's we haven't experienced it. So I'm fine with it being in there. Absolutely. It's stuff that if it's jarring for you, then it's probably something that's good to be in there, right? I mean, I don't think that's wrong. I'm just saying that it is in there. It's a prominent.
No, it is there, but I'm just saying, it's not the theme.
No, but I know what Mike's saying. Mike's not saying it is he's saying that's the theme of the show is this oppression of a people, and that's what the villains were created from. So I understand what Mike's saying there, and he's and that's kind of also.
If you're just labeling it as oppression, then it's every series is okay, well, everybody's oppressing somebody.
Well, if I'm just trying to grab the 2 separate storylines and make some sort of commonality between them, because they're it's equal times that with Sam and his sister and the old guy, and then just the Flag Smashers being sad that they're refugees, but not. I don't even. It's so complicated.
Well, that's what I mean. We've missed half the story with them because of the pandemic thing. I feel like their side of things
too. I don't know what more they would have went into.
I don't know, but
yeah, I think
anyways,
with the
guys,
show is just I think they dropped the ball a little bit on the focus of where the show should have been. As like I thought it would be more interesting to see more of this trial of Sam trying or struggling to be Captain America, and it felt like we got away from that. And so it was more about, oh, well, this other guy's taking the shield, and now we have to deal with him and stuff. So I would have been more interested in having him try to be him.
We'll get that.
Well, yeah,
because that's what I
it
expected too.
It took this long to get there, is what I'm saying. It's like, so I feel like,
that's fine,
especially if it's only being 6 episodes, and yeah, just for me, this is just for me, obviously. I just, I would have I've been more interested in that because I just don't find his character very interesting without that. To be honest, like I thought this last episode was much better because now it was him like coming to terms with, okay, this is what I'm gonna do now. Let's see if I can do it. But I understand you need the build up for it. But I felt like they kind of did that already. So they didn't need to spend like 3 episodes just following John Walker around. But it's I get it. It sets up his character.
But it sets up the John Walker character to be a villain.
Yeah.
We're talking about like Thunderbolts, right? Like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I really thought.
I thought U.S. Agent was a Hydra agent always. I always thought he was.
Well, that's why I thought that General Ross would be in this by now.
No, instead we got Lane Bennis.
But I mean, it seems like Power Broker is.
We had that right, by the way.
It's the least interesting option, which is.
I said that, but I mean, there's no reason to have her in the episodes unless she had that role. I said that too.
No,
I
mean, again, like if there's
anything
anything that WandaVision taught me, it's to expect the least interesting option. So that's why I chose her as that option, and that's what it's going to be.
This is a very, very straightforward story. There's not really any twists or turns, really. So I feel like that, but that's okay. I mean, that's what some of these you forget, like Marvel movies are like that. Like sometimes they're just fun movies, and this is a fun show. It's an extended movie, is what it is.
It's actually less fun than I expected. It's a little more serious than I thought it would be. But
yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we can dive into this thing all we want, but we can do a spoiler cast in this whole show too, which I think we should do. Yeah. And rather than continue to talk about it, we all watched the episode. I liked this episode. I know people were clamoring for it. Saying how great it was. I'm like, I think it was good. I don't know if it was like everybody's saying like this is the greatest episode of the season so far.
I would say it's the best episode.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought the second episode was really good when they finally got buddied up.
Sure, but I mean that was pretty much it in the second episode.
Yeah, I guess.
The episode with Sharon, kicking ass was good.
I liked the first Madripoor episode.
Oh, that's second. That's the third episode. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the third.
This I feel like most of the interesting stuff happened in the first 10 minutes of this episode, and everything else was all right.
Well, it seems like a lot of setup, is what it seems like. So
I don't know. I really like Baron Zemo. Like I really like.
He's a great villain. I said it before.
He's a joke.
I like him. Like that is really good. I just you gotta have a good
thing. He got a meme made out of him when he danced. He just looks like I don't know. I can't take him seriously. He's just some awkward dude, just being there, making funny faces at people. He doesn't seem threatening at all.
I think that's his whole thing. Is he's not trying to be threatening.
Right. He's a deceptive character. He's not supposed to be menacing.
Yeah. I wish they explained the mask a little bit. Like they throw it in there for the comic book fans, but they don't really explain it. So
yeah. So
I did like some of the jokes with him. I think he was good in this.
Yeah, I thought it was good. So I thought it was good. I don't know if it's the greatest, but you can argue it. I could see it arguably. So, all right. Let's continue what we've been up to. Actually, we've already gone into it, so we can talk about more things. I've watched Invincible. Has anybody else watched more of that show?
No, I need to though.
Still don't have Amazon, so have not.
Clamoring to have you guys watch this show. It's like got some pretty dark themes. I mean, you read the comic books, right, Corey?
It better be better than fucking The Boys. Man, I forgot about that when we were doing the other year and how the boys season 2 like let me down so hard.
No, this is better than The Boys because like there's some times where you're just watching this and you're like, I'm just watching like I enjoy it, like I'm watching Justice League. It's like that kind of a show where you're like, oh, I'm having fun watching this, and then something will happen. You're like, oh, this is not for kids. But you keep forgetting that in the show because of the themes of it. It's like very Justice League-esque. And I just like, and then like I said, it'll get super bloody, but it is it's the last episode was pretty good. I'm enjoying the show, so I'm trying to think of what else I watched. Trying to think of what else. I know there's something else. I'm gonna forget, and then we're gonna move on or remember in like the game cast, I'm sure. But yeah, that's really for me. If I remember, I'll go back to it. But Corey, what have you been watching?
Well, I watched The Nevers.
Okay.
It's good.
Yep.
I like the theme. Like last week,
Yeah.
it's a
themes episode.
Josh Whedon
It's a theme episode. Go on.
Yeah, HBO Max. It's like
Yeah.
basically X-Men in like Victorian. Yeah, that's what I was saying last week. But he's not there anymore. So, but yeah, he what it is it's like a Victorian time
X-Men,
period.
yeah. I heard you about that, so.
Yeah, so I liked it. I think it's good. So I'm glad that it exists and that other people are handling it right now because of this. But yeah, so I watched that. Actually, because I was on HBO Max, I was watching The Warriors because you were praising it there, Jim.
Yeah,
a few times.
I have to finish the last episode of that still.
See that just with everything else that's going on in the world today. Well, I'm trying to think of what else I've been watching. I think that's pretty much it, really. Just obviously Winter Soldier. I didn't watch. I think I'm done with Game Changers. I don't care about that show anymore.
I did watch that actually. It is like straight Mighty Ducks remake now. Like we just gone full on into.
Like
it
I
now.
said, like I just rather watch the movie and not worry about this. Like,
what if I told you that there was a kid who wanted to be a duck but couldn't be? Does that sound familiar?
What the fuck?
Yeah, so like they wanted
the guy.
No, like remember the kid, the first one. What was the first movies? The kid that was really good at hockey.
Well,
he
didn't
want to be
a duck. He wanted to be a.
No, that's what I mean. Okay, I meant to say didn't want to be a duck, but wanted to be on the other team. But it's weird because it's the opposite. Like she wants to be not be a duck because the ducks are too good at like she doesn't have fun on that team. So she wants to have fun, but she's really good at hockey. So she joins the don't bothers. The don't bothers is what they're called. So
yeah, let's not bother.
I don't know.
Let's not bother with the show.
Yeah,
There's been a lot more
for me. I mean,
it's
great for kids. I don't think it's for me.
Yeah.
Nostalgia was there initially, but it's gone now.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it up this season. I may not watch the next one for a while. So, Mike, anything?
Nothing else. Just the worst Yankees start in like history.
Yeah.
Of baseball.
I've watched just to chime in on that, even though I know this is a movie cast. I just gotta say, like, I watched somebody post on Twitter when somebody was complaining on one of the Twitter posts. They had the whole famous James Franco meme image where it's like first time, and it's like it says Mets fans in April go to Yankees fans first time. So when you said that, Mike, that was gonna be my first response. But yeah, so. Let's see. Tony?
I watched Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh, yeah. So what'd you think?
It's been a couple weeks, too. We missed last week, Tony. So.
Yeah. I really liked it, actually. Low expectations. I mean, it's not like Oscar-worthy by any means or anything like that.
It's just a fun
summer popcorn.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Look, I want to see this giant monkey punch this giant radioactive lizard in the face and back and forth. Like, that's what I want. This movie delivered. It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's like leaps of logic everywhere, like stuff that happens. Just like, oh, yeah, that can happen. Yeah. Sure,
exactly.
We'll just, like make it convenient for things to be able to come together in the end. And
and that's the thing. It's like whatever. Like I don't know. The group I watched it, they just nitpick. We're nitpicking a Godzilla movie at this point. Like really, like come on.
Who cares? Like, not even a Godzilla movie, but a Kong versus
Godzilla movie.
Like, can you get any crazier? And like, just let's just throw it all out there. And humans don't matter. Who cares about the humans? It's like whatever.
Yeah. It was just really funny, and I gotta say it was interesting to see where they'll take this if they're trying to develop like a
We're really trying to do
the
we're
second
really trying
one.
to do a cinematic
The-
universe.
This is the first I've seen out of any of the. I don't know like what's supposed to be part of like the whole modern Godzilla Hollywood.
It doesn't matter really. I mean, you could have actually skipped the first movie entirely and just watched King of
Like
Monsters.
I'm gonna go back now and watch it.
Yeah.
Like I
This
thought
is my favorite of the three of them, though. Just so you
Yeah,
know, so it's only
I agree.
going downhill from here, Tony. Just to say it's not.
that's fine. That's fine.
You'll go backwards each movie, so you'll go 3, 2, 1. I mean, if you want to watch one, you can do that, but it's like watching the Phantom Menace.
3 Godzilla movies?
Yeah.
For this, like.
Yeah, so the Bryan Cranston, remember that was like a big thing, like the Bryan Cranston, like that trailer was fantastic. By the
16
way,
or whatever.
early in that, I want to say, maybe.
Wow.
I don't know.
14?
And is Kong supposed to be like Peter Jackson's?
They made a Kong movie. You can watch that. That's not too bad.
That's also in the universe. Like,
Oh, wait,
Skull Island.
Skull
the
Island?
nose. The nose is
Skull Island.
Skull Island.
Yeah,
I thought
the
I
nose.
saw that. Maybe I didn't.
That's right. The nose is in that.
Yeah, but no, it was fun. It delivered. And I heard you guys talk last week. This is absolutely like I would have loved to have seen this in theaters. It would just like made it even better.
I get that.
But you know, it's what can you do? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they played at the drive-in, I might go do that. That would be fun in the summer. So yeah, but
I think it's actually playing by us there, Jim, somewhere in the drive-in. Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's it.
movie news.
Just some news, guys. Alfred Molina has accidentally was it accidentally? I don't know. His publicist or somebody just said, yeah, he's.
Did he pull a
he
Tom
said-
Holland
said-
or what's going on?
Yeah, he said,
here?
I'm revisiting. He'll be Otto Octavius picking up in No Way Home, exactly where Spider-Man 2 leaves off.
These are confirmations, by the way, and these are more news. They're getting out of control, honestly. Like, what's the point of watching these movies at this point?
This is going to be multiverse. So I would assume it's kind of a quick pickup.
I know, but isn't the fun of a quick cameo not expecting them there?
Well, that's the idea.
I have to say, quick cameo, Winter Soldier. I didn't expect to see someone show up. I was like, oh, whoa, that's cool. I didn't expect that person to show up. As far as like the actor.
Elaine Bennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that.
Yeah. When she showed up, it was jarring because it was like, she's somebody in the show. There's no question. But yeah, so Alfred Molina basically spilled the beans massively. And then, so he's in it. We definitely know there's Doc Ock. So does that mean we get, he'll be
100%. They absolutely would not go these lengths if they didn't have those two confirmed.
Yeah, I would hope so, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Like, you would need to have those Spider-Men to kind of tie it together, in my opinion.
Do you think we're going to get a J.K. Simmons bald versus J.K. Simmons in a wig situation?
That would be awesome.
Oh, please. Holy cow, that would be awesome. Can we that would make the movie. It would make the movie, would it not? So yeah. Another news going to DC side of things. Michael Keaton's publicist, that's where I saw the publicist one, has confirmed he will once again don the cowl in The Flash as Batman, obviously.
So it's like DC copying Marvel again. It's like Marvel's setting up this multi-universe. It's like, oh, shoot, we gotta follow this thing. It's like, come on, guys.
I don't know if they're copying. I think they've had this planned for a while. They just couldn't execute it.
No, I get. I'm just saying it. It has that feeling of like, oh, well, we gotta fast track this now because let's not let it simmer and like grow and become something. We're just gonna fast track it to the front because we gotta get this out there just when
The weird part is like, I mean,
come out.
to tie this in, the Flash started filming now, and it's been in limbo for how fucking long?
I know. Yeah, it's been a while. Like, I kind of disagree. Nothing's fast about this.
No, well, okay, tell me what. It's been in limbo forever until what? Marvel announces a multiverse. And then what happens? Hey, guess what? We're going to start filming. And we're going to have Ezra Miller back. Because
they got the Snyder Cut stuff out of the way.
Hold up. Years ago, Mike, I had been preaching since day one that BVS came out as like, no, fuck this whole DCEU. Like, it's trash. It's terrible. All these characters, they wasted them. And I was like, no, they just need to do a Flashpoint. They just need to do the Flashpoint. And you were the one that argued the most. Like, no, that doesn't make sense. They never do that. I'm like, it makes perfect sense that they do
Not
this.
exactly what I said. And they didn't do that pretty much. They did revisit those characters since then. And now they're doing something with Flash.
They had one Justice League movie.
Actually,
they had two Justice League movies, and one was like a double size. And they had a Wonder Woman sequel, and they had
which is trash.
I don't care if it was trash. They did it.
But it's trash.
It was.
I'm
Did you watch
the
it yet,
universe
Mike?
is-
Did you watch it? Because you will probably not even
I'm
get
gonna
to
watch it.
10 minutes.
It is
out.
Catwoman. It is Catwoman levels of.
It's so amazing, like because you have the same people, like the same people are involved that made the first one, this one. I don't get it.
Yeah. So.
What else we got here?
Emilia Clarke will be joining the MCU now for Secret Invasion, the show that's coming to Disney Plus.
Spider Woman?
I'm thinking yes. That's what I'm thinking. But
Could be
agreed on that, Corey.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
did they say
she's
like leading role?
Because she's a Skrull, right?
Well, yes, I mean, maybe
At some point,
spoilers.
yes.
Yeah.
At some point.
But
I don't
she's
know.
also
At some point, everybody's
friends-
a skull, though. That's the joke,
Yeah.
you know?
But she's also like friends with She-Hulk, I think.
Oh, okay. So it fits.
Like if they do stuff there, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, what is her name? I'm like blanking on her name right now.
Jessica Drew?
That sounds right. That definitely sounds right now.
So I don't know.
She has a kid with Luke Cage, I think, in the comics.
Jessica Jones does.
But
She has a kid though. I think you're right, Tony. Like, right?
Yeah.
I think something
I
like
thought
that.
it was with Luke Cage, but maybe I'm wrong.
I know Luke Cage and Jessica Jones did.
Oh.
I mean,
Well, it's Jessica.
Jessica's.
let's see what else we have. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has 3 directors taking over for that movie now. Do we have a lot of movies with 3 directors
I
attached?
wonder if they're gonna
I
like
think
have
animated things
directors
sometimes do
focus
stuff like that.
on
Yeah, what was
different
it?
multiverses, you know, so they have a different feel.
That could
maybe.
be. Oh,
Yeah, I can
different
see that.
feel. That's it. Yes, you got it, Corey. That's got to be it. You're right, because you got to have. That would be like if you're traveling around in the multiverse, which I think we're going to do in this one. We should get that different vibe, a different direction. That would be awesome. I'm like even more psyched. I thought this was weird because I'm like, how is it going to be cohesive? But that would be all. It doesn't have to be. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get
That's
2099 Spider-Man just zipping around?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what if they did like a few, like, part of the movie takes place in the future, and you'd have that art style or whatever like that. And you could have like the present, and then I don't know, like past.
Oh, you did,
like,
you did go
in the
back
past.
and go like you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what if they have that, like a Cuphead era, like, you know, that whole like kind of animation.
Gold and silver
style.
age.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be fun.
I think they're going to do some fun stuff in this one. Like, in
But you're
terms of-
definitely gonna get. I mean, you gotta have Miles and Spider-Gwen. Like that whole thing is.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're the main characters, but I think you're going to get a lot more different ensemble cast of Spider-Man in this. So, you know, I think what if we get the classic Fox cartoon style one, the most popular one. The
I
animated
think
series.
I think they are going to go balls to the walls and just bring in any Spider-Man animated version. Like, you're going to have the MTV version, you're going to have the Fox cartoon.
Oh yes. Would they get
Neil
Doogie
Patrick
Howser back?
Harris. Yep.
Would they get Doogie back for that?
That'd be incredible. Like literally, they should just go balls to the
Spectacular,
wall.
you mean?
Like, even I think
The
I was
Spectacular
saying,
Spider-Man was one of my favorite, by the way. That animated Spider-Man was
Like,
so good.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned on this podcast years ago when I was reading a couple of random issues of the Spider-Verse comics. Like, they even brought back like the Hostess cake Spider-Man that was like on like the back of the box of these Hostess cakes. They brought him back. They brought back like Spider-Man.
Yeah, they had the whole
Marvel versus
thing, like
Capcom.
crazy
Literally
Spider-Man
any
thing.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was
They
like,
need
what?
to do
This is
the Spider-Man from that like one season show that it's like Spider-Man X or something, where he goes to the other planet with like animal people. There was like one season is this animated show that followed the traditional.
I'm not going to
Fox
say
one.
guaranteed, but it
That'd be
just seems like it would, because they
Well, they got to leave something for the sequel though after this, though, Tony. Too. You got to leave a little open up, but I don't know. I will see. I'm psyched for this, but it's a ways off, obviously. So.
yeah.
All right, what else we got? We've got not a ways off though now, which is good news. Well, a little ways off, but not too bad. The Witcher and Cobra Kai are coming back this year in Q4. I was actually not expecting Cobra Kai until next year, so I'm pretty psyched for this. Like that show is
Well,
fantastic.
they film them
and
like back to back or concurrently or something, right?
I honestly on YouTube they were pretty quick. I feel like they want to try to do almost two seasons a year,
A year.
like two
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think they feel like they're trying to do with this show, and they haven't been able to because YouTube fucked them over, and then COVID has messed them up as well. So they haven't been able to do as fast as they wanted to. But Witcher coming back, that's been a long time remaking.
I think that'll be 2 full years between seasons.
Yeah. But this is supposed to be a really reworked season too, because I heard I never even watched the first season. It was supposed to be just very slow.
First
a lot of flashbacks.
Not a lot happened. Like it seemed like it just started by the time it was over.
Yeah.
So to me, it was one of the cases where I was like, I could go back to longer seasons here than 8 episodes. But so we'll see what they do. But it does feel bad to wait this long between seasons. Obviously, there is an anomaly, so hopefully it's the end of this big of gap. But I'm looking forward to it. I still like, the world enough.
Yeah. Lastly, we got a great trailer launch, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings,
this movie's coming. It's like we keep talking about these Marvel movies, but this actually is coming too this year. So something to get excited for. That
trailer was so awesome. I don't know what it is. Like I haven't seen. Is it wire fighting? Is that what they call it? The Chinese traditional wire fighting.
Wire fu.
Because they have it in this. Like you saw it. I'm like, oh, they did that. Holy crap! And I'm like psyched to see this happen. Like I think it's so cool. Like I don't know. I don't know anything.
It's funny because watching Warrior and then watching this, I was like, oh,
practical
cool.
fights.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But I think what makes me most psyched is the real Mandarin.
Oh, don't even go there. Don't even think about it.
I think that's the immediate.
It's gonna be Sharon Carter.
Long live Trevor. That's all I have to say.
Trevor. That was so disappointing.
What if the movie just opened up with him getting just obliterated?
How cool would it be? Is if this guy just shows up at the beginning of the movie and just kills Trevor, poof, I don't know. I'm so psyched for this. It looks so good. I forgot it was coming this year.
It's hard to because it's COVID and so many other things got delayed and pushed back.
September for this one. So
yeah, I mean it's really cool. I know we just did the top 5 martial arts movies or fight movies or whatever last year, in the past year. I know we definitely did it. But this looks to be in that vein and stuff like that. And a big budget, Hollywood, that's to me is insane that it's a big budget Hollywood Marvel / Disney movie, not just some independent studio or a smaller studio Legendary, through Sony or something like that. Is wow, that's really cool. And to me, the trailer, just because I came off of Kim's Convenience watching that, it was kind of jarring seeing the main character because in the Kim's Convenience store or Kim's Convenience show, he's kind of dumb and he just plays hot guy that's dumb and stuff like that. So seeing him do all this badass martial arts stuff, whenever I'm that's gonna take some getting used to and stuff like that. But yeah, cool. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Right. And then I think the cinematographer on this is actually the guy that worked on Matrix and Spider-Man 2. So I hope's there for continued.
I'm psyched for this movie. This is a whole new Phase 4 is a whole new Marvel now. So it's what do we get? I don't know anything about these characters, and maybe my hype is so big because the last time I did that it was Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm I'm good.
Guardians
do it.
Awesome.
Let's do it. So all right, I think that's it for the news this week. So that's gonna wrap up this episode of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. You can write us allyoucangeek@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe and the like button. Leave a comment for us. We appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys next week. We'll be doing more Falcon Winter Soldier. Check maybe a spoiler cast. So see you guys.